Go keto, and you starve the tumor of the sugar it lives on. That's the pitch, and it's everywhere, from podcasts to slick clinics charging real money for metabolic cancer therapy. I'm Michael Merth, a registered dietitian who spent years in oncology nutrition. There's real science under this one, and there's a place where the story falls apart. I'll walk you to exactly that spot. This idea spreads because it starts from something true and famous. Cancer cells love glucose. That part is real. So the logic runs one clean step further. If tumors run on sugar, take the sugar away. Force your body to burn fat instead, and you cut the fuel line. It's a satisfying story because it turns your dinner plate into a weapon. When you're facing cancer, most of the plan happens to you. Someone else picks the drug, the dose, the schedule. Keto hands you a job you can do 3 times a day, and it arrives wrapped in the language of cutting-edge metabolism. Add a few dramatic testimonials online, and it stops feeling like a diet and starts feeling like a treatment your oncologist somehow forgot to mention. So let's give it real credit, because the biology here isn't nonsense. A ketogenic diet pushes carbohydrate very low, usually under 50 grams a day, and takes fat high. Starved of carbs, your liver starts turning fat into ketones, and most of your body switches to burning them for fuel. Your blood glucose falls, and your insulin falls with it. Insulin and its cousin IGF-1 act as growth signals that tell cells to divide and resist dying. Lower them, and in a petri dish and in some animal studies, certain tumors grow more slowly. That's a real finding, not a fantasy. There's honest human research underway too, and I want to name it fairly. In glioblastoma, an aggressive brain cancer, scientists have run early trials pairing a ketogenic diet with standard treatment. A 2025 phase 1 trial, published in Scientific Reports, found it safe, and that patients can actually stick with it alongside chemo and radiation. Feasibility studies like the Keto trial ask the same opening question. Can people do this without being harmed? For carefully selected patients, the answer so far is yes. Here's where the pitch outruns the evidence. Look at what those trials actually tested. Safety. Feasibility. Whether patients could tolerate the diet next to their treatment, not whether it made anyone live longer. That's the gap the marketing leaps straight over. To this day, no randomized controlled trial has shown that a ketogenic diet extends survival or shrinks tumors in people with cancer. The phase 2 trials built to answer that exact question are still running. Selling keto as a cancer treatment right now is selling the conclusion before the study is finished, and the core mechanism has a hole in it, the same hole from the sugar question. You cannot truly starve a tumor of glucose. Cut carbohydrate to nearly zero, and your liver manufactures glucose out of protein and fat through a process called gluconeogenesis. Your blood sugar dips, but it never bottoms out, because your brain and your red blood cells demand a steady supply, and your body guarantees it. The tumor keeps eating the glucose your own liver provides, whether you touch bread or not. On top of that, many cancer cells are metabolically flexible. They can burn ketones and other fuels when glucose runs lower. The picture of a tumor that runs on sugar alone and clicks off the moment the sugar stops is too simple to be true. So here's the strongest honest sentence I can give you. Keto is a plausible idea being tested the right way, and the results that would justify the hype do not exist yet. Now the cost, because this is where I've watched keto hurt people. A strict ketogenic diet is hard, it's restrictive, and it drives weight loss. For someone eating for general health, dropping a few pounds might be fine. For someone in active cancer treatment, unplanned weight loss is one of the most dangerous things that can happen. Chemotherapy and radiation already break the body down. The most common serious nutrition problem I saw in oncology was patients losing weight and losing muscle during treatment tracks, with more chemotoxicity, more dose reductions, and worse tolerance overall. Keto makes that fight harder in 2 ways. It can speed up the weight loss you're trying to prevent, and its long list of banned foods collides with an appetite already wrecked by nausea and taste changes. That's a big reason. ESPEN, the European society that writes the nutrition and cancer guidelines, does not recommend ketogenic diets as a cancer therapy. The survival evidence isn't there, and the malnutrition risk is. So here's the practical version. If you're on active treatment, don't start a strict keto diet hoping to starve your cancer. Your job is the opposite one. Eat enough, protect your weight, and hold on to your muscle. Aim for 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight a day, the ESPEN range for people with cancer, and take the calories in whatever form you can keep down on a bad day. If you're drawn to keto for other reasons, blood sugar, epilepsy, or you simply feel better on it, that's a real conversation to have with your oncology team, not a call to make from a podcast. And if a clinic is charging you for ketogenic metabolic therapy as a cancer cure, keep your money. The trial that would earn that claim hasn't reported yet. Keto isn't magic, and it isn't poison. It's a serious idea still sitting in the waiting room of real proof. And while it waits, your muscle and your weight matter more than your ketone strips. Were you told keto could treat cancer? Who told you? Drop it in the comments, I read them. And if you want the plain English guide to eating through treatment, the link is below.